Hey everyone, it's me. Welcome to the first ever Bible Project video. We're going to look at a passage many of you have probably heard before but might not know the backstory of. In Joshua chapter 22 verses 10 through 34, we see the story of the altar at the river Jordan. After the Israelites had crossed the Jordan River and set up camp on the plains of Moab opposite Jericho, 3 of Israel's tribes, Benjamin, Gad, and half of Manasseh, built an enormous altar by the river. This infuriated Israel, thought their fellow Israelites were rebelling against God by building an altar to God at the edge of the river. They were so angry that they prepared for war and went to the river Jordan to confront them. But when they got there, they realized that this altar wasn't an altar for worship, but a witness. It was built to remind future generations that even though Israel crossed the river and settled in the land of Canaan, they would never forget God or turn away from Him. The people who built this altar wanted to make sure that their descendants would unstart worshiping other gods like the Canaanites. They wanted to remind the rest of Israel that they too belonged to God even from across the river. So let's take a closer look at what happened. In verse 19, we read that the men of war of Israel crossed over the Jordan to the city of the priests. And they spoke to the men of Gad, Reuben, and half of Manasseh, saying, "Why have you made this great provocation to us? We are all the children of Abraham, and we have inherited the land of Canaan together." But the men of Reuben and Gad and half of Manasseh answered and said, "Here is the reason why we have done it. This altar that is an offense to you is not an altar to sacrifice on, but it shall be a witness between us, I and you, and a reminder when our children ask their fathers in time to come what this controversy was in which our fathers both came here to the Jordan River and pitched their tents by it, that your generation and the generations to come may hear and return to the Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for He will not cast off forever." In other words, we built this altar as a reminder for us and our children that even though we've moved across the river, we still belong to the Lord, and we want the rest of Israel to remember that too. As you can see, this story isn't just about an altar at the river Jordan. It's about faithfulness to God and making sure that the next generation doesn't forget Him. So I hope you enjoyed this first Bible Project video. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. God bless you. And until next time, take care.